Just waiting to see if notifications go out. Did a short stream on our kind of entertainment, but I meant to come over here and do one instead. But yeah, you know the drill. Let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me okay, because the other live stream went through without a hitch. Everything went through well. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, you got me. You can see me. Perfect. Okay, well, hey everybody. If you've been keeping up with the community tab as well as all my social media, you'll know that my appeal package, that big pamphlet thing that I put in the community tab and showed you, that arrived at Google headquarters this morning. Haven't heard anything yet because it just arrived. I imagine they get Lord knows how much mail or whatever, but I figured that the typical appeal process wasn't doing anything, so I created like a 12-page packet detailing the situation, and I decided to mail it off because I figured that was the best way that a person, not a machine or automated system, could get their hands on the appeal, look at everything I have to say, hopefully review my channel thoroughly, and know that it's not against their monetization policies. But yeah, thanks to those so far who have went on Twitter and retweeted my tweet, who have tweeted at YouTube and Team YouTube to review my request, and hopefully I hear something back here in the next couple of days. But yeah, I'm not sad. I'm kind of sleepy, but I figured since the package arrived to do like a PSA, like all hands on deck. I need as many people to go out there and retweet or tweet or post about it as you can, because this experience, I feel better about it. I know it sucks, it really does, but obviously the way I feel now compared to early August is night and day. But mainly because you all have helped this channel get off the ground and get to a point where I am making money on it, which is good. But yeah, things have just been stressful. September was a solid month. October is off to kind of a bumpy start, mainly because of the house situation. Because yesterday I got thrown a curveball by the mortgage company, and just like YouTube, it's just a lack of communication, and it's almost like they want you to fail. That's the thing that's been going on lately. But in case you came to this live stream thinking about some Tyler Perry stuff, I got nothing. I've pretty much you know the pot's empty right now, which I'm fine. I told you all that this 3-week hiatus is definitely been therapeutic in a way, because it just feels good knowing that I don't have deadlines to meet when it comes to videos. That if I drop material, it's because I want to drop it at a specific time. I know a few days ago I posted like 11 videos. Those videos actually were recorded like a week in advance. I just waited to drop them because I figured it might be smarter not to post everything at one time, but to kind of, spread it out. So the monetization on this channel doesn't just come to a huge halt. And because I dropped those videos at the tail end of September, the numbers went up, and that made my September check look even better, which is good. Excuse me, direct deposit when I get it this month look even better. So yeah. Plus, the oval's coming back. Like I said, I'm iffy because even on the main channel, our kind of entertainment, my oval content was barely getting any views. And heck, even my discussion videos, those do better than my episode reviews, which says a lot. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't watch the Oval live. Maybe I'll watch it live and do a live stream afterwards. Maybe that'll help with the numbers, but I'm not sure. Thanks. But the situation with the house is this. I paid the closing cost. And at this point, I was told that they just need to get the closing documents together. I'm sorry. I hate to about race, but I feel like, some of these white people are just, giving me the, I don't know, the round away, if you will, because the mortgage place, the guy told me back in July, prior to my demonetization, that, oh, your credit score looks great, your credit cards are paid down to zero, and everything looks good. Monday, oh, well, there's a big charge, big balance on one of your cards. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Because 3 months ago, everything was cool. Oh, well, actually, you weren't verified at the time, yada, yada. So I just basically depleted my savings account to pay off this balance. And it should say zero at midnight. So then tomorrow they'll go ahead and check things out there. But this is a major blow. I think for like the first time since after I quit my job. So like late 2017, I've been like in financial restraints. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen my bank account this low and Lord knows when. But like I said, I got the eBay and everything going on. It's just that I got money coming in, but it's going to take several days to get here because yeah, eBay is weird like that. But it's funny because I saw this like inspirational quote the other day about how very soon money that's been withheld from you will be released. And I'm like, if they're talking about my ad revenue from July, which was almost $10,000, bring it on, because I will make a world of difference right now. Because as far as I know, my ad revenue from July is still on hold because the policy says like 690 days. So maybe this appeal will get granted and they'll put everything back in motion. You will get it. I hope so. Man, I hope so. This is just, that was my biggest thing. I'm like, why, God? Why now? After I get demonetized and take a major blow to my financial income, why all of a sudden is the house stuff moving forward? Because my worst fear was, why in the world am I getting closer to getting a house when I might not have the money to get it? But like I said, thankfully, eBay kept, going strong, and you all got the new channel up and running, because the last thing I wanted is to get to the point where, hey, everything is good with the house, but then I didn't have the money. But it's funny because I can literally say I was able to pay my closing costs by selling Pokemon cards. I am not lying. So there's that. Oh, hey, we got some new people in here. How's it going? Unfortunately, that's usual when it comes to mortgage companies. They steer you one way and then come from nowhere stuff from years ago. No, for real. That, like the mortgage place, they're the ones who came up with that whole CPA bull crap, and that cost $2,000. And I mean, this dude had over 3 months to tell me about the credit card charge. And I told him, I'm like, well, first of all, that charge came from the CPA that you made me get. And on top of that, you had 3 months. So I don't know. I think it's some bull crap. I really do think. Trust the time and nothing happens for its intended moment. It probably make more sense after. Well, yeah, I hope it isn't after I'm dead broke, because that would really suck. Because seriously, I was on the verge of, I mean, I think it just speaks volumes to the fact that, yeah, I'm just glad I'm a low key kind of person. Even though I was making good money on YouTube, I wasn't buying like cars and stuff like that. I just pretty much save up. And because of that, I was able to make it through this storm I'm going through now. It's still a struggle, but yeah, it sucks. It really does. And I know a lot of people have been asking, like, why haven't you reached out to Tyler Perry or DeVal? I don't really think they can help in this situation. This is more of a YouTube thing than an actual, I get. Well, then again, I mean, if a billionaire called YouTube or something, I'm pretty sure he can make something happen. But I don't have that kind of relationship with Tyler Perry because I've never interacted with him. So I wouldn't have that, capability. I understand the argument, because it's like you would think for all these shows and whatnot I review, and the people who say I have an impact on ratings and stuff, which is very flattering, but I don't know if I'd go that far. It's just that, yeah, I wish somebody would help. I remember back in August, I reached out to like BET and like the official sisters page and whatnot on social media, but no one replied, which is strangely suspicious, because before the demonetization, we were going back and forth. So I'll leave it at that. It is what it is. Like I said, I just wanted to hit 100 million views and I would have been good. 1 million subscribers would be awesome, but to be so close to 100 million. And on top of that, this entire ordeal, I have connected with other content creators because I know of some YouTubers who are going through the exact same thing as me. The exact same thing as me. And I don't want to make it a race thing, but they're all black. So a lot of people are saying, like, I don't know, they've been going after black content creators, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's some sort of conspiracy or what, but I just know that July was the biggest month on my channel ever in terms of views. And because of that, YouTube decided to come in and pull the plug. But like I said, I've been struggling, but I'm just grateful that my other outlets for making money have been working, because unfortunately for some YouTubers, I know that they had to go back to find work and whatnot. So I'm glad I'm not in that situation yet. Hopefully not, but no, for real though, my backup channel is doing good, and eBay is going strong. It's like I'm it's like I'm working twice as hard to have half as much, put it that way. Plus, I've heard from people that the process of buying a house is more expensive than when you get a house and you got mortgage payments, because my mortgage payments are like a third of what my closing costs were. And that's what's been going on. It's just been pretty hectic with that. Oh man. Well, yeah. Any questions or anything while I'm online and live streams actually working? Because, like I said, I won't be active crazy for like the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I've just been focusing on eBay because that's been bringing in fast money, and my kind of entertainment has been holding it down. But I know once Sisters comes back, things will be good. But it just sucks that my primary channel. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have dealt with this. I think that for me, I am just glad that my channel's still up, because I know when it comes to copyright strikes, I know a lot of big YouTubers I follow. I'm talking like anime YouTubers, comic book reviewers, um, those kind of people. I mean, I think that since I like anime and stuff like that, a lot of people I follow who have dealt with similar situations, they're people who they have to fight against Japan because apparently international copyright and all, Japan don't play. Like those who review Pokemon, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball, things like that. I've seen a bunch of people, almost every YouTuber I follow who falls into that category, reviewing the anime and comic books and manga, they've dealt with this before. But for them, it's like copyright strikes where their videos get blocked or taken down. And some cases, if you 3 strikes and you're out. If you get 3 strikes on YouTube, then you're out. I mean, in some cases, you can get your sorry about that. I actually got an email from someone about the new way to format appeals for YouTube. Appeal for fair use, commenting, copyright strike. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out later. Yeah, but basically a lot of these people have to face the strikes, and like I said, I'm just grateful that I'm a one-man show, because I would hate to have like a team of people like, oh, I have editors and this and that, and then once I got demonetized, I would have to say, look, I can't pay you anymore, so it's just me. But yeah, in my situation, it's different because of the reuse content. And the thing is, I've reread those policies up and forward and backward at least 20 times. Hence why I even did my appeal, because I figured I have a strong case, and YouTube, they just have these bots and automated systems. And as a result, that leads to that leads to all this demonetization going around. Judge Mabel. I don't know if anybody listening is Judge. Hey, oh, there you are, Judge Mabel. Thank you, Judge Mabel. You sent me an email. I got your email. So, what exactly do the judge? I don't know if you want to talk to me here, if you want to talk through email, but I got your email. Um, who do I send that to? Do I just email it electronically? Do I mail it in? Like what exactly? Because like I said, I'm not dealing with copyright strikes. It's the reuse content. I mean, but it is fair use commentary. So I don't know. Maybe this is the trick. But regardless, so yeah, I've heard of people who have dealt with this and they got the cases resolved. I think for me, it's just that the most frustrating part is that I've been getting a lot of faxed to YouTube. Okay, thank you, thank you. I don't have a fax machine though. All I got is a scanner and a printer. I don't know. Maybe I can email it to them. But in any case, it's just a situation where I was told that based off the policy, because when this first started, YouTube had like 180 videos marked as reused content, and all those shorts where I would just post things from Sisters and Zatima, I'm like, okay, makes sense. But YouTube is the one that monetized all these shorts. I didn't do that. So I deleted the videos because they said even if you have them as unlisted or private, they can still count against you. And I'm like, dang, my view count is going to fall, but I figured I'd rather lose the views than lose the channel. So I deleted everything. And I even deleted several hundred more videos. And I'm like, YouTube should have got this because this is just a clip. I don't have commentary. So I just deleted them. And that's why my view count went from 78 million views to 61 million views. So when I reappealed, they said reuse content denied. And I'm like, how the hell does that make sense? I wish you the best in all areas. Stay encouraged. I am trying. Trust and believe. I am trying to stay positive, but dang it, when things are just constantly falling apart, you just, I don't know. It sucks. It sucks. But then the biggest slap in the face, and I posted about this, is I think a couple weeks ago, YouTube has been advertising AI tools. And I'm like, somebody over there even thought that I was using AI and bots to mass produce content, which they know, which is a damn lie. It really is, man. Like I said, my post, excuse me, my throat's dry. In the community tab, I really hope that I was hoping the week isn't over. We're just about to hit the halfway point though. But I was hoping this week would be a lot of good news, that I would get the closing paperwork and be told that, oh, you can start cleaning the land. Your house is going to be built. And then the YouTube appeal would go through. Because even worse, how I told you that the house that was originally picked out, I had to get a different one because of mortgage cost and everything shifting around. Now I've been told that house is a newer model that's popular, so it might take even longer to build it than originally stated. So, yeah, these companies are just giving me the runaround, and it's frustrating. It really is. It just makes me just want to quit, just give up, because it sucks how all this money I've spent and I'm struggling right now, and yet things just constantly get worse. It's like they say, oh, if you pay this amount of money, this problem will be solved. But then another problem comes up, which makes the money spent redundant. So I don't know. Ah, man. Because the last thing I'll an email from YouTube and it's even more bad news. That would just suck. Well, yeah, I put my heart and soul in that appeal. I don't know how they could say no to it, considering I laid it out for them, as Ice Cube would say, simple and plain. And if they can't understand what's wrong on their end of things, I don't know what to say for them. And yeah, YouTube has been tripping hard. It's kind of crazy because my mom and some other people like, do you think the writer's strike or anything had something to do with it? It's possible, but I don't know. But like I said, it's just interesting how a lot of black content creators are dealing with this. You got 27 people, so anybody got any questions or anything? I know tomorrow's hump day, so maybe things will hump back in the good positions. I don't know if that's the right phrasing there, but whatever. Sorry, Instagram story that came up. Music just be so damn loud. Yeah, thanks for everybody who's been retweeting. I was just checking on Twitter to see if anybody has joined in, because if you all can make a lot of noise on Twitter by retweeting my post and tweeting at YouTube and team YouTube to do something, that would really help. Yeah, I mean, I only got so many hits left in me before I just fall out and give up, though. All right, thanks, Judge. What I'll do is I'll hold on to that letter that you sent me, and I'll try to hear back. I'll give it to like Friday. If I don't hear anything from YouTube by Friday from the appeal that I mailed, then I'll go ahead and submit that email, or you send me, because I do like the format of it. Because I think the thing I hate the most is that they just demonetized me out of nowhere. There was no warning or anything. They just did it. And then I had to fight just to get anybody to talk with me about it. And the most frustrating part of that is the fact that they have, oh, we got, wait, hang on. Oh yeah, the review team that deem your channel demonetized, they can't be reached by phone, they can't be reached by email. They make the call, and I'm like, well, they make the call, but then they are just so vague about it. And I've seen all sorts of people online, because since I've gone through this situation, I've seen nothing but demonetized videos in my recommended. So I checked out a few videos of people who have dealt with this, and it's ridiculous. Some people have bounced back because they were able to get YouTube to finally look at their situation, as opposed to just instantly shut them down, and that's been a help. So I don't know. Heads up, Jeremiah from Zatima he's been wanting to do an interview for the past couple weeks, but I've said at first I just need a break, because frustrating dealing with this situation. But then on top of that, there's the writer's strike. So I don't know if, or the SAG, or actor strike. So I don't know if we can talk Zatima specifically, but he wants to talk about his organization and whatnot, which is cool. So that might be something that's happening this week. I'll keep you posted on that too. But yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, Jeremy, you're right. Duval was a great actor in season 2, but freaking Jeremiah stole the show." Yeah, I've talked. Me and June have talked on and off frequently over the past month or so, and her story is sad, because I just hate people who were saying, like, YouTube was pretty much their livelihood, and then once they got demonetized, that was pretty much it. Had to go find a job. But again, it just goes to show, make sure, no matter how many you're making off of one thing, that you have more than one way of making money, because anything can happen when you least expect it. But like I said, I pray that if everything gets resolved with this situation, at least I'll have 2 monetized channels. And once, hopefully this house situation is straightened out, once I got, better internet in my own place, I can truly get like the Patreon and the Twitch channel and all this other stuff off the ground. So, yep. But like I said, so long as the new channel holds me down, I want to be good. Because eBay is going well, but the YouTube was just like the main source of income. So that's why things have been kind of rough. Strength is measured by never falling, but by rising every time we fall. Yeah, I'm getting vertigo from all these falls. I'm telling you. Because I want to enjoy the holiday season, but I ain't gonna lie. If things are still crappy, I'm just gonna. Plus, holidays are supposedly the most depressing times of the year because it's hard to enjoy. The fair is in town this week, and I don't have the money to go because I had to pay all this dang money to pay off my credit card. So, yeah. Even though you could argue, well, excuse me, once the balance shows 0 and these morons get the verification of that, then I could technically use it, but I don't know. I'm just not in a fair mood. Pun intended. It just sucks because you see other people who post full episodes, full movies, nothing happens to them. But then a person who follows the rules for the most part, so long as YouTube doesn't randomly change crap, I got to go through this. But hey, it happens to everybody. That's the dang truth. I've been in this game for 6 years. Tyler Perry has never reached out to me. I'm just at the point where trust and believe if it happens, I will truly be surprised. But I've just grown past the point of wishing it would happen. I've just been through so many ups and downs, and I don't need his pat on the back to feel like I've made it. Freaking DeVal Ellis reached out to me. That alone shocked me to the point where, holy crap, I'm doing something right. Even before the phone call we had back in July, before I did the interview with him, I knew I was on the radar of a lot of these cast members from, all these shows. But DeVal Ellis to reach out, that was just like, wow, okay, I made it. So, I don't know. People have said, I don't know, man, maybe your channel will lead to a Tyler Perry job. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, Judge, thank you so much. I got your email. Like I said, I'll hold on to it till about the end of the week. If I don't hear anything by Friday, I will send this to YouTube. Because like I said, I made about 9,600 in July, and the reuse content was the most of my shorts. And the shorts only generated about $197. So I'm like, if you want to deduct that, that's completely fine. But there's no reason for the other 9,400 from the videos that are legitimate to be on hold. That makes no sense, especially when you waited until the end of the month to do me like that. I have spoken with Crystal twice. Once way back in season 1. I sent her a sister's banner and I never got confirmation she received it. And then I wouldn't say we've talked, more like brief interactions on Twitter, like 2 or 3 times, but that's it. Like, I don't really know her like that. I do know that the cast of Zatima watch my content religiously, but I haven't had that one-on-one kind of, I guess you could say, relationship with Crystal. Like me and DeVal, I haven't talked to a lot of cast since the finale because, like I said, I've just needed a break. Like I've mentally needed a break from these shows, and then with the demonetization and the house stuff, I just needed to step away. So I think last week on Instagram, I posted a bunch of things for the first time. Like you'll notice, like, wow, Jeremy, you didn't post anything about KJ's wedding or anything like that. I needed to step back. But dang, it seems like everybody's getting married or pregnant right now because what? Lily and Victoria, they have both gotten married. Natalie from Bruh, she's pregnant. KJ got married, of course. I feel like there's some more I'm missing, but yeah, ever since like the writer strike, a number of people have. Oh yeah, Priscilla from The Oval, she's pregnant too, and engaged. So a lot of these actors, I guess because the strike, since they haven't been, working on industry films and whatnot, life has kind of slowed down, and they've been able to live. So yeah, just seeing a lot of them have these life-changing things going on is pretty cool to see. I know somebody asked me what would you do if Jean or Jasmine got pregnant or married in real life? I'd probably die. But yeah, I'd be happy for them, but no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, it should have been me. I have never been in contact with Deja, but I have spoken with Simone several times. It's funny because when I was on the phone with DeVal, he made a point of mentioning how he laughed out loud when he looked at my review of Satima episode 5. Whenever the episode when Deja first came up, he just laughed. Like I was listening to that review and dying laughing because you were funny. So yeah, the cast are aware of who my crushes are. Yeah, I'm going to read my Bible and journal later tonight or in the morning. I don't know, but I need to. And it's ironic because the land where the house is going to be is less than 20 seconds from my church. I am not exaggerating. It's like the plot of land. Then there are some trees in a field that's owned by the church, and the church is right there. So church is literally 20 seconds from where I believe 20 seconds from where I would be living at. No joke. Because my mom is like, shoot, I'm on the way to church. I'll just pick you up and then we go together. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, DeVal is real chill. I mean, the fact that we could have talked for hours on the phone. We talked for like a solid hour, and we did the dang interview a couple hours later, and I knew I had to like act because I've never done a Twitter Spaces before, but within that time I learned everything I needed to, and the spaces went well. Now if I can go back and change it, I would only make it where me and DeVal were talking and some guests, because I feel like we got a little bloated where we had other stars of the show on there, because during the interview other cast members like, yo, please add me, but yeah, and it's crazy because that interview was going to be the beginning of a lot of interviews, but then the writer strike happened and then the actors joined in, so I was unable to pick up where I left off, so to speak. But like I said, hopefully this demonetization goes away and I'm able to, get back in the game soon. So that's pretty much the challenge there. Because it's funny because whenever an episode would air, I would instantly message Val like, "Yo, Zach is crying every single week, man. What's going on?" But yeah, plus I'm happy for Crystal when you look at it from, and I've been saying this for years. I always love when Tyler Perry actors have success outside of Tyler Perry Studios, whether it's even like a guest appearance on another show or they appear in a movie. But then you have Crystal who got her podcast going and now she's blowing up from that too, which I just love to see. Plus just to the Crystal's the kind of person where she's like Tabitha Brown, Tabitha Brown, where if you just are around that person, you'll just instantly feel better. They'll just put you in a good mood. And like listening to them talk will just, I don't know, just do something inside of you just to make you feel better. Me and Preston have talked a couple of times. He was actually the person I was going to interview next. I didn't reach out to him, but I did say that okay, after DeVal, I definitely want to do an interview with Preston. Because sad to say that his character might be gone from Sisters at the end of season 6, but dang it, I want to talk with Preston. Or Trinity, excuse me. Maybe one day I'll do an interview with Jean from the Oval. I would have to get over a lot of my feelings, though. I know we talked during that Instagram live years ago, but dang, that felt like an eternity. That was almost 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, 3 years. Because I don't know what's going on. I know the writer's strike, it's not over, but they're in the negotiation phase. And I think the actors are trying to get a better deal or something too. I think there's a lot of things going on right now. Plus, I think that, in terms of politics, there's been this person who was voted out as a speaker. I'm on Twitter right now. That's how I know about it. I'm literally on Twitter. I'm trending topics. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift trending because she's allegedly dating that football player. It's kind of funny. She's like going to his games and his jersey has like 400% increase in sales. I'm like, dang, I wish Tyler Perry or somebody would do something like that for my channel where it's like, hey, go to this person's channel, then like views and everything would skyrocket. Plus, it just feels good to have like 3 weeks where I'm not talking about a damn baby bump or baby daddy or baby mama. Because it just feels like the same repetitive rut in these Tyler Perry shows. Gene dead, man. Gene dead. It would be cool to see Jason haunted by his victims, though. Dang, it's almost 11 o'clock. Shoot. Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow's a good day. I think tomorrow is definitely an eBay day. Oh yeah. I didn't watch. I think I'm a few episodes behind. I don't think I've watched Keep It Positive, Sweetie, in a couple of weeks because who was it? Eva Marcel, then Country Wayne, and then I know a new episode dropped today. But somebody sent me a clip on Twitter, and I think it's just a short clip where Crystal's talking about how Zatima's the big check, and some people were like, oh, "Wait, you're telling me Fatima or Crystal doesn't make as much money on Sisters as she does on Zatima?" And I'm like, that actually makes sense. She is a main lead character of Zatima with DeVal, but when you look at Sisters, it's like a huge bigger cast, so her not making as much money makes sense, especially because I'm no expert in this, but in a lot of movies and shows, I think a lot of your money is not just the money you're paid up front, but the amount of time you're on screen. And that kind of equates to like how much you make. So when you look at an episode as Fatima, you're going to see Fatima on screen a lot more than you do in Sisters, where you got to divvy it up between Andy, Gary, Maurice, Calvin, Sabrina, Aaron, Karen, and the list goes on. So yeah, for people to say, well, why is she making as much? Yeah, it makes sense. It's like why one like Chris Brown would take away more money from a tour than like the members of NSYNC because it's a group versus one individual. It doesn't have to be split as much. Yeah. So I don't really know why people are tripping about that. Plus, at the end of the day, I think Crystal's making, I'm not pocket watching here, but I think it's safe to say Crystal's doing good for herself. So to think that why is one check bigger than the other? It don't matter. She doing good. Doing great at this has been a good year for her. You know, from Praise This, what her song from that movie made it on the iTunes charts. Her podcast is doing extremely well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nope, Jason's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, thinking about the team, I think the only characters I haven't interacted with, Bryce and Deja. Everyone else I talk with pretty frequently. Angela, Belinda, Nathan, Tony, Zach. Fatima's parents, Jeremiah. So I know I'm doing something right. And that's the damn, because I had some cast tell me that, you know, they're happy that the new channel's doing well, but they understand my frustration. Because yeah, I wanted to quit. Why would you, like, seriously, if you work years to build something and then it gets shut down, you would want to quit too. I mean, of course you want to fight to get it, but so there gets to a point where it's like you just don't feel like fighting anymore. So this appeal is pretty much the last stand. But in the meantime, I ain't gonna lie, this break, because with my nephew, we watched the new Power Rangers series, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, and I've been like binging the Twilight Zone, the original one with Rod Serling, not like the 80s or 90s remake or anything. Because I bought the Blu-ray set last year. Sorry about that. I'm checking the credit. I've been constantly checking the credit card account, so when the balance says zero, I can like screenshot it and send it to that mortgage dude. It probably won't get to zero until midnight, but I know last night there was a payment I made that instantly made it like at 11:30. That's what happens with home ownership. This is just the beginning. You have to stay strong in your commitment to know that it will work in your favor. Yeah, it's like those memes. I'm tired of being tested. I think I need a break. Let me go on summer vacation. Did you have a lot of planning of questions to get? Let me put it as like this. Let me tell you like this. I had a list. I had a list. And I think that that's the thing about, I mean, I love the fact that I got positive feedback for the interview, because in my mind, I thought I did a bad job as moderator because I think I was overtaken by the Val's passion. And I think because we had such a lengthy conversation on the phone before the interview, that's what made the energy. Here's the thing. We're on the same wavelength, and that's why he reached out to me, because I'm a person who, I'm not blinded by bias. I will call out a character when I think they're wrong, whether I like them or dislike them. And I don't blindly have a feeling towards any character. If I say I don't like this character, I have a reason. Or if, you know, I'm opposed to this character's behavior, I have a reason. So we pretty much hit all the talking points, but I thought it would be like me asking the questions, but no, he actually answered all the questions already. I'm like, oh dang. So things really got crazy because DeVal, he said it, if you go back and listen to the interview, he wanted the smoke. So when we started adding people to the chat, that's when things started blowing up. I forgot the name of that one person, but I know DeVal, they're filming it. Like when somebody would take some dialogue from the show, but then they would warp it, or they would like not say it verbatim. They would mess up the line. So I really like that aspect of it. Things got crazy. Things got crazy. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, the questions are pretty. It was mainly like, his thoughts on the characters and whatnot. And you could tell there's some frustration with how, and not just the Val, but a lot of the actors, where they feel like, their characters are stunted in their growth because it's like, okay, this character went through an arc, so why would they be saying or doing this particular thing the next season? Like it's just a rotating, hamster wheel. But I did ask DeVal one question about season 7, and actually I cannot remember what it was. Was it DeVal? I asked somebody, and they told me that the writing is less repetitive in season 7, so that's something to look forward to. Like I said, I forgot who it was because this was weeks ago, and at the time that's when I was really on social media, but I can't remember who I asked that question. It was his sister's character, I know that much, but dang, yeah, that was a while ago. And that's why I'm actually looking forward to season 7, because hopefully it's really going to revamp the series for a lot of people. Dang, it's almost been 50 minutes. Hmm. My lady dance your world. Always, if you have any questions, now's a good time to ask them. Melissa, and her name is Antoinette Robinson. We've talked a couple of times over the years, but not frequently. She's not really on social media all that much. I know that she really appreciates me because she remembers I was one of her first super fans in regards to the haves and have nots. Like prior to what was that show she was on? Dear White People. I was like literally one of her $0. I'll be good. Yeah. So now they say the website's messed up. Probably because I've been checking it so many times. Maybe that's a sign to just quit. Maybe tomorrow will be working again. I don't know. Yeah, but like I said, I hope this week turns out good because I am just at my wits' end here. You should have asked her out. Nah, too much of a homebody. That's one thing, because a lot of these people like to travel and stuff. I don't know. Oh, Tyler Perry has a knack for hooking people up unintentionally when he hires people. So that'd be pretty wild if I ended up marrying somebody from the shows, but I doubt it. Yep. All right, folks. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to this live stream. like I said, I will keep everyone posted as soon as I get any updates on the appeal and any house stuff. Like I said, maybe by the end of this, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Maybe by the end of this week, I will have good news on both YouTube and the house situation. So that'll be great. Yep. So have a great night. It is 11:05 and maybe it's time for me to turn in and hope that tomorrow is a better day.